Hello, everyone. Welcome back to yet another political episode. Welcome back. It's, of course, our September prediction. Today we'll be doing our governor's prediction. You'll just released his, and I have released mine. And actually, ours might be a little bit similar. The problem is I don't use margins like he does. I use shaded colors for flips and gains and holds. But we're going to do our governor's prediction, and I hope you enjoy. All right, it's 6 o'clock p.m. We can make a projection in the first round of states that have elected their governors. Starting with Vermont, Phil Scott will win re-election. The one blue state that Republicans seem to always win in the governorship is Vermont. As Phil Scott is projected to probably gain up in the upper 70s this time around. We take a look now at the state of, we have Indiana, Kentucky, Virginia. They're not being called. But we can call South Carolina. In South Carolina, we can project they're getting a new governor, and that new governor will be projected to be it's kind of interesting. Yes, Nancy Mace is running, by the way. Nancy Mace is running for governor. She will be running in a very compatible race against the lieutenant governor and Ralph Norman and Alan Wilson, who is the attorney general. But Nancy Mace being the MAGA candidate, I would imagine, would win that election. So Nancy Mace will become the next governor of South Carolina. Georgia, we believe, will be Republican at the end of the day, and it's our belief that Burt Jones will be the next governor. In Florida, we can make a projection that, indeed, Byron Donalds will be the next governor. All right, this is the end of the hour. Republicans picking up 4 seats, Democrats 0 so far. We can go ahead and make furthermore projections. All right, starting with, let's see here. It's now 7:30 of the hour. We can make a projection that Vivek Ramaswamy will win in Ohio. All right, 8 o'clock, and starting at the hour, Republicans have 5 seats, 1, Democrats 0. And here's the interesting part. Before we continue, I do want to remind people, Democrats are playing defense. There's no real states that they are looking to pick up. All right? Republicans are playing offense. They know that really there are the states that they're holding right now are probably not going to be gains for Democrats, other than Georgia. Georgia, however, Democrats have a weak list. Republicans are running very strong candidates. Burt Jones, Chris Carr, the attorney generals, they have a big list of Republicans. And this race in Georgia, generally, it's just low turnout in general, especially when it comes to African Americans. And they need African Americans in order to win Georgia. So that's why we felt very comfortable to call Georgia already. But we are ready to go ahead and continue on with the projections, starting with Maine. We can go ahead and project the new governor there will be Democratic, and that new governor, let's actually look that up, will be in the Democratic side. We believe it could be Shanna Ballows or Troy Jackson. I think we could go ahead and say it's Angus King III. Although, well, actually, it depends because he is the son of Angus King. It really does depend. I would say, by political experience, Troy Jackson maybe could be the governor. They might want a male Republican this time, and knowing how woke, probably they'll go for Shanna Ballows. Probably. We'll just say it's Shanna Ballows as of right now. Kelly Ayotte will win re-election in New Hampshire for that governor's race. In Massachusetts, we can make a projection that Maura Haley will win re-election. In Rhode Island, we can make a projection that it is our belief that Dan McKee is going to win re-election. In Connecticut, we can make a projection here that Ned Lamont will win re-election. In Pennsylvania, we have categorized that Josh Shapiro will win re-election. In Maryland, Wes Moore will win re-election. Okay? Alabama will gain a new governor. Tommy Tuberville, the current senator, will win the election. In Tennessee, Tennessee will get a new governor, and it will be Republican Marsha Blackburn. U.S. Senator also is running for that seat, and she will easily win. In Michigan, it is too close to call. Republicans aim to flip it. In Illinois, though, a closer race than usual, but it's declared that Governor J.B. Pritzker will win re-election. In Texas, Greg Abbott will win re-election. In Oklahoma will get a new governor. Their unpopular governor, Kevin Stitt, is not running for re-election. He's term limited. And regardless, this really shouldn't hurt Republicans either way. We believe that Genter Drummond will be the new, or it's either Genter Drummond. It could be Mike Mazzei. But the problem is Genter Drummond is incumbent. We believe he's the incumbent attorney general. He is probably going to be incumbent, while Mike Mazzei is the former Secretary of State and former and candidate for the treasurer, although he lost the primary, which obviously is not a good sign for him. So, and we can make a first flip projection of the night. Kansas. It is our belief that it either could be the former governor or my personal favorite here, Scott Schwab, the father of Caleb Schwab, the boy who lost his life in 2016 on Schlitterbahn Amusement Park. We believe, in my best case hypothetical, Scott Schwab has name recognition. He is, of course, incumbent compared to Jeff Koilar, who just spent like 1 year. I would say Schwab would probably win, as I do view him as a favorable future governor. So Scott Schwab projected the winner, giving Republicans a net worth of 1 so far. This is shaping out to be pretty good for Republicans. In Arkansas, 8:30 p.m., we can go ahead and project that Governor Huckabee Sanders will win re-election. And before we continue, here are our numbers. Republicans have 12. Democrats have 7. All right, we have the upcoming states. New York, believe it or not, too close to call. In Wisconsin, too close to call. In Minnesota, that is too close to call. In Iowa, we can make a projection. The new governor, who is likely to be running, I want to believe, we will, in our hypothetical, we can declare that Randy Fenstra, who is a representative of the 4th Congressional District, he is running for governor. Randy Fenstra will become the new governor, the next governor of Iowa. In South Dakota, Larry Roden, the new governor, who took office this year, is replacing, of course, what's her name? Kristi Noem. South Dakota Governor Larry Roden re-elected the next governor. They're keeping their governor. Nebraska. Jim Pillen winning re-election, as should be expected. Now we hit the state of Colorado, which should be no surprise. It's said that Senator Michael Bennet, he is running for this seat, and he is expected to win, being a Democratic hold. Wyoming, it's interesting because now we have a state senator, that is Eric Barlow. He will win the governorship in Wyoming. In New Mexico, you got a new open seat, and that's a seat that some people say Republicans could pick up, but as of right now, we have not listed it as a compatible seat. We have declared that Secretary of the Interior, former Secretary of the Interior, Deb Haaland, will become the next governor of New Mexico. Call that for her. Okay. And finally, Arizona, too close to call. Okay, this is our map so far. 16-9. We can now make a projection at the 10 o'clock hour. There's one state closing its polls, and that is Nevada. We can declare that blanking on his name. He's a popular governor. We know his name. Lombardo. Joe Lombardo winning his re-election bid in a landslide. All right. It's 11 o'clock p.m., and Iowa should not be in the dark red. What am I thinking? 9 o'clock p.m., we are ready to make a projection in the 3 states, California, Oregon, and Idaho. In California, we believe that Konalakis will win re-election. Well, not re-election. She will become the next governor of California. In Oregon, no real surprises, but Tina Kotek will win re-election. Although their races tend to be closer, but we still believe she will win. In Idaho, Brad Little has indicated that he will run. Well, I don't know if that's going to be... Yeah, Brad Little has not campaigned, did not declare a campaign, but he's getting endorsements according by Donald Trump. Trump endorsed him. And finally, you got Alaska and Hawaii. We are going to go ahead and project Alaska going for a new governor. And that, of course, will be... Accordingly, it's going to be Burnett Wilson, who has got the Byron Donalds endorsement. And you got the state of Hawaii, which also have Josh Green. He is running for re-election, so he will win. All right, so now you got 5 open compatible seats. And first off, let's go ahead and establish the fact that it's probably pretty obvious that Kathy Hochul will win re-election, but probably by a very, very, very small margin. We can go ahead and turn our attentions to Minnesota. We believe if he runs against a weak GOP opponent, Tim Walz will win re-election. And in Wisconsin, it's difficult to say, but let's go ahead and see if we have any good challengers. Do we have a challenger running? Hopefully we have Tom Tiffany running. Tom Tiffany, we're still waiting on you. Publicly expressed, he's getting some endorsements. And I'm like, yeah, we're going to continue to wait. As of right now, Democrats, they have Sarah Rodriguez, who is the lieutenant governor. She's running, and we predict if she were to run today, she would probably win. And looking in Michigan and Arizona, we could go ahead and make a projection in Arizona that Katie Hobbs will lose re-election. This is a gain for the Republicans. Pretty big gain. We ousted a governor, a gain net worth of 2 for Republicans. And good news for them, because we are projecting that John James will win in Michigan, continuing that trend. John James will likely benefit from the independent running in that said race. I'm blanking on the name. Yes, Mike Duggan, who is an independent, popular leftist. He is gaining momentum in that Wayne County metro. And Jocelyn Benson, I do think she's overrated, mainly because of the low propensity, but that's kind of my view. But yes, you got Republicans getting 21-15. So what do you guys think in regards to this video? Let me know down below. And as always, I'll see you all in the next political episode.